She is trying to secure store credit cards to buy the heaviest items she can. Pawn. Classic tactic. She wanted thousands of dollars in merchandise, piling up huge charges quickly. 10,000. That is the scheme. Max out cards, then hit pawn shops. They target highly liquid items that are easy to flip, specifically heavy gold jewelry that retains value. Exactly. And that is exactly what she was eyeing. On September 17, 2025, police officers rushed to a fraud in progress at K Jewelers targeting a suspect trying to open credit lines to purchase over $35,000 in expensive chains using fake identification. Officers quietly arrive at the store. Now, they locate a store employee. The assistant manager steps forward and directs them to the suspect. The officer confirms if they are coordinating with corporate management. Negative. Understood. The call came directly from their offsite security team. Though she is not present, she flagged the transaction. Officers quickly approach. Confrontation begins. The suspect tries to slip away, but she is immediately detained. He orders, "Stop." She must drop the phone. She ignores him, trying to delete evidence or call someone. The officer makes it clear. Trapped. She finally complies. She immediately demands a call. Desperately trying to contact an ally, the officer hesitates. He confronts her about fleeing early. Her excuse is weak. The deputy corrects her reckless behavior. Exactly. She deflects back to the call. The officer completely shuts that request down for now. First, she persists anyway. Now she begs for a pen, hoping to secure a contact, but standard police protocol dictates otherwise. Defeated. Next, the real interrogation begins. She stalls by requesting legal counsel. Identification must come first. A clear alias. The deputy isn't buying. Another name immediately follows. Classic. She acts like it's normal, trying to smooth over the deception, while offering multiple IDs. The deputy makes it clear she will remain locked up until identified, threatening jail housing, in solitary confinement, for 3 days. She tries a different distraction. The deputy is very accommodating, but the core demand of identification remains unchanged. An active investigation takes priority. Refusing only worsens her situation. Further resistance brings consequences, namely, an additional charge for resisting. He offers her one final chance. She points to false documents, but the police already know better. She doubles down. A stolen identity, hoping this will confuse the officers. Still stalling with another request, the deputy uncovers her final stolen identity inside this retail store. Indeed, she is a known repeat shoplifter, targeting multiple local branches. Security refuses to release the logs. The evidence file is massive, but small retail theft is rarely prioritized. Still, loss prevention keeps track of everyone. They watch every move. Searching the records, let us examine what the manager sends. Loss prevention spreads these suspect alerts to keep local stores safe. The detained suspect is growing impatient. It takes time. Investigations are never instant. She asks about her immediate fate. Now the manager points out another elusive suspect. They ask the police officer to photograph the screen, even though he escaped. The officer nods. This second thief has been active lately, hitting this exact store just weeks ago, providing useful bodycam evidence. They missed him last time. The digital file of suspects is endless. It never stops. The manager looks up more security footage, trying to secure extra data from another location. The arrested woman demands her personal items. She desperately begs to use her phone, using her child to try and deflect guilt, hoping for sympathy from the police officer. Desperate. But the officer drops a massive reality check right on her. No hesitation. She attempts to argue her parenting on bodycam, but the deputy is not buying it. The point stands completely unbothered. She ignores his point and asks again about calling out. The officer forces her to repeat the question, demanding her phone privileges. This suspect is already thinking about getting booked. Inside. Meanwhile, the employee tries contacting the district manager to get more suspect evidence. They need the corporate files to prove her identity theft. She makes the call. The officer asks for details. The manager breaks down this suspect's massive fraud spree across multiple cities. Store managers have been tracking this woman for several months across the entire region. Now they are trying to piece together everything. Constantly, she uses stolen identities to open store accounts and targets the most expensive jewelry items available. By opening fraudulent lines of in-store credit, she easily walks away with high-end merchandise, specifically targeting heavy gold chains for fast cash. This is exactly what she was browsing today. Loss prevention team had flagged her with a high alert warning notice. Employees were instructed to contact law enforcement due to her extensive history of fraud and identity theft. The officer asks if she hit this branch before. It turns out this specific store is new, but she has targeted other Orlando retail locations multiple times. Indeed, she targeted Waterford, Lakes and the Florida Mall, along with Winter Garden locations and several other local branches. She frequently returned to those same stores, brazenly pushing her luck until corporate noticed. The grateful manager thanks the responding officer for arriving so quickly this time. She is relieved. Meanwhile, the police prepare to transport the suspect. The scene wraps up as justice is served. Trespassing. But where? At K Jewelers? So, the caller tries to coordinate backup during their lunch break. They ask if another unit can respond to meet them at the scene. No, the deputy lacks their precise location right now, offering to contact dispatch directly for them, requesting the caller's phone number instead, confirming the meetup will happen at K Jewelers. This call begins as a simple trespassing complaint, a polite wrap-up before moving. But things quickly get much more complicated from here. The jewelry store reports she was just inside. Officers are trying to track her exact path, counting how many locations she hit today. She allegedly targeted the busy Florida Mall first, once. Then she hit the Waterford Lakes branch 2 times. She also targeted another store location once. Deputies look for security footage to verify her visits to both stores, requesting photographic evidence. Right away, the manager is cooperating fully with the request. Okay, they are discovering additional fake IDs used at a separate store that officers had no idea about. Now the deputy is searching the restaurant storage area, hoping to find hidden evidence stashed inside. A suspect claims their family wanted this merchandise. The suspect is admitting this is their very first scam. But the deputy notes how common fake identity schemes have become for these cases, particularly. They started by opening a fake credit account. Once the fraudulent line of credit was approved, they planned their next move. What next? After establishing the line of credit, she wanted to check which high-end pieces she actually qualified to purchase. Watch closely. They needed to set up a credit line before they could walk out with it. Supposedly. Listen, the jewelry they wanted was priced at thousands of dollars, $7 grand. And another similar price tag. Now, the clerk is documenting all the retail data and pricing. To keep a proper paper trail, the bureau immediately asks her partner what else. She insists on getting a receipt. This is crucial for their return fraud. Obviously, they demand some sort of paper slip, but no purchase was ever made. The cashier cannot generate a valid receipt without a transaction. The clerk suspects something is off. Notice how they push for a voided slip. They keep demanding it. But she refuses them. She explains the register system will not physically allow it. She tries to offer a compromise by scanning the items again, so they can take a quick photo instead. Nothing more. They specifically need to see those values. The pricing is exactly what they want. The employee remains professional despite the odd requests, reiterating that a transaction has to occur first. Period. And right here. The officer initiates a search. He explains the pat-down procedure clearly. Indeed, correct. He finds a lighter in her purse. Unbelievable. She admits she had it. She quickly claims she was returning it. The deputy pauses here. Watch this. Classic distraction tactic when a suspect gets caught. Not happening. Watch. Notice how the officer keeps her separated right here. She ended up facing serious identity theft charges, using stolen personal data, plus holding fake identification cards, and opening up multiple fraudulent credit lines, forgery, along with possessing a completely fake Florida driver's license. Her court case remains active, with her next hearing scheduled for May 13th, 2026. What do you think? Drop a comment, like, and subscribe for more police cases. Thanks.